Heavy rain and catastrophic winds are expected to knock out power across the state. In fact, more than 700,000 people are now without power already. Well, the entire nation of Cuba and multiple Caribbean islands have already been left in the dark. Wisconsin-based Generac has sent a response team to the Tampa area to try to keep critical backup generators running there throughout the storm, something they have done since Hurricane Katrina back in 2005. Joining us now is Generac President and CEO Aaron Jagdfeld. Aaron, it's good to have you back on. I wish it was under better circumstances. Talk to us about the generators that you provide. Many people are going to be without power, maybe perhaps for a long time. You need power to run water pumps, to keep gasoline running so people can move around. What are you sending down there, and how much help could it be?
Yeah, thanks, Brian. Yeah, and we hope everybody's trying to stay safe. Obviously, a pretty serious situation. We do have crews on the way down to that part of the country. Right now, they're kind of staging in Georgia, getting ready to figure out where the direct impact of the storm is going to be. But it looks like probably somewhere north of Fort Myers, kind of the Englewood area. So pretty serious. So we have a lot of products down in that area today, backing up hospitals, backing up data centers, wastewater treatment plants, things like that on the commercial side. And then obviously we have a lot of residential products. So for people who are choosing to ride out the storm, which we don't recommend, but if you have certain circumstances where you're unable to evacuate, our products are ready to go. But our crews are going to be down there, and as soon as we can get in safely, we'll be there to help people. Those crews are there to help all brands. It's not just Generac, but we're there to really try and take care of any kind of situation where a product might not be operating correctly.
Most of your residential products, many of them, I believe, maybe all of them, run on natural gas to sort of keep things going. What are the products the temporary products you are bringing down? What are they? Diesel? How do they operate, and how long can they operate without their own power or fuel to supply them?
Yeah, so our standard products operate off of natural gas or propane, which is usually the fuel of choice down in Florida, or diesel, if they're in the commercial and industrial type of applications. Those can generally run a few days on diesel fuel before they have to be refueled. Generally, if you're on natural gas, obviously you can run uninterrupted as long as the gas line is there, and you generally don't see interruptions with that. From a temporary standpoint, we're sending a lot of generators down to the area, hundreds of truckloads of generators that run off of gasoline. Gasoline is still widely available, and they can be used. Obviously, these things can be used in an emergency to provide, as you said, whether it's temporary water pumping services or whether you've got refrigeration needs or air conditioning needs, things like that are critical medical devices. These products can be used in those types of applications.
And there's other things that you make that a lot of people may not realize. They think of you for generators, but you're getting more into what you call the power cell, the big giant battery storage business for homes. And people knock electric cars. They say, well, the power's out, you can't charge your car, you can't drive away to safety. Not entirely true, right? If you've got one of your power cells, these giant batteries that hook into a wall, how long could they store electricity, maybe likely generated by solar power, to make sure you can, if you have an electric car, you can get the hell out of there?
Yeah, the power cell is a newer product for us, as you said. It's residential energy storage. It pairs with solar. So if you have a solar system on your rooftop, you can store some of that power, and you can get basically 12 to 18 hours of backup power off of that battery. And then hopefully the sun comes up the next day and you can recharge the battery at that point. Those are newer products. The technology's come a long way over the last several years, and it's going to have to come a long way, obviously, to match what you can do with a generator. Obviously, a generator is a better device for a long duration outage, like a hurricane, like an ice storm, things like that. We saw what happened in Texas in February of last year, where people were out of power for 4, 5, 6 days. It's tough to get by on a battery in those types of situations unless you have a sunny day every day. But those are newer products, and we think that that's the future.
Yeah, and let's hope that's not the case with multi-day power outages, though some of the scenes we've seen are scary. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for you and your team. You're going into the storm when a lot of people are going out, there to help. Generac. Appreciate it, Aaron. Have a good day.